Welcome to part 5 of the 52 story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. Chapter 5, Sleeping Jill. So, do you think the book is a clue, says Terry? Does it have something to do with Mr. Big Nose's disappearance? Maybe. I say it was published by Mr. Big Nose, but it doesn't explain where he is. We need to keep looking. Terry holds up a magnifying glass and continues investigating. Look at this pen, he says. It's huge. And look at this trophy. It's gigantic. And look at this paperclip. It's massive. Terry, I say. Terry turns to me, still looking through the magnifying glass. Yikes, he says. You're enormous too. No, I'm not, I say. And neither is that paperclip. You're just looking at everything through your biggest magnifying glass. Ah, says Terry, another mystery solved. Yes, I say, but not the right one. We're supposed to be figuring out the mystery of the missing Big Nose, Mr. Big Nose, not the mystery of why everything looks enormous to you. Oh yeah, says Terry, good point. Terry peers at a large lettuce leaf on Mr. Big Nose's desk. Look at this caterpillar, he says. I think it might be a clue. It's trembling, like it's frightened. Whatever happened to Mr. Big Nose, this poor little guy must have seen the whole thing. If only caterpillars could talk, I say. They can, says Terry. It's just that we can't understand them. If only we knew somebody who could understand caterpillars, I say. Somebody like Jill, says Terry. Somebody exactly like Jill, I say. Hey, I know, says Terry. Why don't we get Jill to talk to the caterpillar? No, I've got a better idea, I say. Why don't we get the caterpillar to talk to Jill? But that's the same as my idea, says Terry. Sort of, I say, but mine is better. We've got to get this caterpillar to Jill so it could tell her what happened to Mr. Big Nose. So we can find him and remind him to remind us about our deadline so that we can finish this book. That sounds complicated, says Terry. Not at all, I say. It's elementary, my dear Denton. To the flying fried egg car, up, up, and away. The day we flew our flying fried egg car to Jill's house, and nobody knew it was us because they all thought it was just a flying fried egg. Look at that flying fried egg car. No, not a car, just a big flying fried egg. 111,000, 111,000, 111,000, 111,000, 111,000, 111,000. Hey, a flying fried egg car. That's even weirder than a flying cat. Is that some kind of flying machine? Nope, just a big flying fried egg. That's good, car. Is that a flying fried egg car? No, Zag, it's just a flying fried egg. That's just the way mosquitoes talk. We land outside Jill's house, or at least where we think her house is. It's hard to tell because her garden is very overgrown. And wow, says Terry, Jill has really let this place go. Yes, I say, I can't even see how we're going to get in. Yet I can't even see how she would be able to get out, says Terry. Maybe she can't, I say. I mean, have you seen her lately? No, says Terry. Have you? Not for a while now that I think about it. All the times we haven't seen Jill lately. Pet fashion parade. I'm surprised Jill's not here. Excellent fish shoot. I'm surprised Jill's not here. Shh. I'm surprised Jill's not here. I'm surprised Jill's not here. Looks like we have another mystery to solve, I say. The mystery of why we haven't seen Jill lately. Yay, says Terry, and I've got just what we need to solve it. He reaches into a bag and pulls out 2 safari suits and 2 razor-sharp matchlets. He hands me one of each. Thanks, Terry, I say. Don't thank me, he says. Thank the Disguise-O-Matic 5000. I grabbed the bag of takeaway before we left. We put on our safari suits and use our machines to start hacking into the plants surrounding Jill's house. We hack and chop, and cut, and thwack, and hack, until we finally find ourselves at the front door. We ring the doorbell, but nobody answers. So we chop, doorknob, and cut, and thwack, and hack, until at least we smashed through the door into Jill's house, and this is what we saw. They're asleep, I say. I'm surprised the noise made chopping and cutting through the door didn't wake them up. Yeah, says Terry, not to mention the thwacking and hacking. We go into the kitchen and find Jill. She's fast asleep, too. Wake up, Jill, I say, shaking her shoulders. But she doesn't wake up. She's not waking up, says Terry. I can see that, I say. Shh, Andy, says Terry. You'll wake her up. That's exactly what I want to do, I yell. But even my yelling doesn't wake her up. We try everything we can think of. Megaphones, gongs, loud. Air horns, gee, it's loud. Electric guitars, jackhammers, dynamite, boom! But nothing works. Not even poke. I say, this is not ordinary sleep. This is what's known in the storytelling trade as enchanted sleep, like a sleeping beauty. Oh, I love that story, says Terry, but it's scary when the barn catches fire and the horses are all frightened. That's Black Beauty, I say. Sleeping Beauty is a fairy tale about a princess with a curse on her who pricks her finger on a very sharp spindle and falls asleep for 100 years. But there's nothing that looks like a very sharp spindle here, says Terry, examining the table with this magnifying glass. Well, nothing except this very sharp carrot. Good detecting, Terry. I say, Jill must have a curse on her, and she pricked her finger on that carrot. But why would Jill have a curse on her, says Terry. I don't know, I say. Looks like we have another mystery to solve. Yay, says Terry. But poor Jill, will she have to sleep for 100 years? Not necessarily, I say. In a fairy tale, Sleeping Beauty is woken up by a kiss. Yuck, says Terry. I'm not kissing her. It's okay, I say. I'll do it. I bend down, I lean down, I close my eyes as tight as I can and put my lips on her cheek. It's not working, says Terry. She's not waking up. It might be because I'm not a handsome prince I'm not a handsome prince, I say. It's usually a handsome prince who does the kissing in fairy tales. Handsome princes. Prince Charming, Prince Lovely, Prince Dreamy, Frog Prince, Prince Not So Charming, Prince Potato. Well, I guess we need a handsome prince then, says Terry, but where will we find one of those? What about that castle? I say, what castle, says Terry. That castle, I say, pointing to a castle on a distant hill just visible through Jill's overgrown window. Oh, that castle, says Terry. Funny, but I've never noticed it before. Me neither, I say. But it sure looks like the sort of a castle where you'd find a handsome prince. Grab Jill, put her in a glass coffin, get the caterpillar, and let's go. Says Andy. Says Terry. There's one small problem. What's that? I say. The caterpillar has eaten our fine fried egg cart. This is the end of part 5 of the 52 story Treehouse by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton.